So one of the most recent episodes of the Fighter and the Kid podcast, which had comedian Jeff Dye on it, was pretty unintentionally funny. It was hilarious because it was such a bapa show. There's so many moving parts here. And of course, Brendan Schaub is at the center of it. You got him talking about the struggles of moving to Texas and pretty much lying about the reason why he moved to Texas, blaming it on the kids again, saying it was for their safety and also Little League sports. Yeah, sure, Bapa, definitely not to be closer to Joe Rogan, right? Then Jeff Dye asked the question to Brendan about when he's planning to come back to comedy. That question in itself is hilarious. And we know deep down inside, comedian Jeff Dye is a homeless cat. You gotta poke the bear once in a while. So we'll go over that. Also, as if you didn't know already, we know that Brendan Schaub has very thin skin. Not only does he have the inability to tell a joke, the dude can't handle a joke. And if that wasn't enough, we're going to go over the connected Bapa, because that makes sense, right? Brendan Schaub tells a story about the FBI insider friend that ghosted him when he questioned one of Diddy's parties. Oh yeah, it's a good one. So let's get right into it while we listen to Brendan Schaub talk about why he truly moved to Texas, because we all know it had nothing to do with being close to Joe Rogan. That's why he chose Austin, Texas, unlike Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, but I think you get the point.
Something changed.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, the state of comedy is alive and well.
That's it. So how's Austin been, boys?
Great.
That's been great.
Loving it.
Yeah. Took a little bit, Took a little bit.
How bad? What do you mean?
I mean, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks.
That's not much.
But those 2 weeks were stressful.
Still.
I was like, oh, I made a mistake.
No.
Yeah.
But then everyone tells you like, oh, for the kids and all this, but like me and my wife walk around the neighborhood every night. And I'm like, I can't believe we fucking live here. Yeah.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah, but it's been great.
And also, there's you guys aren't poor. So if it sucks, you can leave. You'll find a new place.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't. And I
Worst case scenario, you go, we move back or we go to somewhere else. That's
and I
worst
think the
case.
misconception is like, oh, we moved here. I moved here to be close to the mothership or Rogan and stuff like that. I'm not really in that scene anymore.
Yeah.
Like I moved for the safety and
is great.
and the
it's Texas.
sports and the sport. Yeah. And all that.
Yeah. Which is great.
Yeah. Like I'm not in that world anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sports, eh? Is Brendan talking about relocating his children so they can play baseball somewhere else other than California? Jay's Bapa is blaming the Chombies for everything nowadays. It's getting out of control. I imagine his California neighbors being so happy, his new neighbors wishing he never landed on their street. Right now in Calabasas, California, those neighbors are definitely enjoying the peace and quiet without Brendan Schaub's obnoxiously loud cars hooning around the streets like a caveman. Me, racer, XJ. That's right. Brendan Schaub is a super beast of a dad. He actually quit comedy to raise the jobbies. Papacita wants us to believe he relocated his entire family and business for his 9-year-old's baseball career. The dumbest people in the world always think the rest of us are dumber than they are.
Texas is it more serious? Because I know football's a religion here.
No, there's teams like the major teams in California are super serious.
Yeah.
I just wasn't part of that. The league we were in was a AA team.
He was young. And
Well, the same age, like there's 7-year-old teams out here that are monsters. So it just depends what program you're in. Again, it just so happens where I moved, 8 minutes away, it just happens to be this monster of a program.
yeah.
Dude, baseball in Texas is so serious.
Is it?
It's serious, huh?
Is it more fun or
I'm not, SoCal baseball's, they have the most MLB players out of any other state in the country. So I'm not, the programs out there are great. The program we were in was, it was a good starter program and they had some really good players. But where we moved to, it just so happened 8 minutes across the street is the number 2 team in the nation.
Yeah.
And we get there and I was just like, what the fuck is this? And then
You could tell right away by their level of play.
Oh man, I was like, holy.
you got tossed from a game? It was on the internet.
Got tossed from a game.
But the game was over. I want to get some details on this because I defended you in the comments. Did you see it?
No.
You didn't see it?
No, I don't.
I went to
I definitely didn't
fucking
read those
war with
comments.
these nerds.
I didn't read those comments.
I went to war with these nerds.
Oh, who's commenting on this stuff?
Oh, Jeff Dye, I got time, baby.
Brendan Schaub moved to Texas for the sports, even though Bappa talked about how it cannot compete with youth baseball in Southern California so many times over. It makes sense if you're a complete redact. But we're forgetting that Brendan lives in a fluid reality where facts can bend and shift with the prevailing winds. Yeah, bro, the Austin suburbs are way safer than the LA suburbs. Let's face it, he just had to get his family out of the hood. This just shows how insulated rich people actually are from the world around them. They lived in one of the nicest and safest areas of Los Angeles, yet Mr. Brain Rot convinced them that what they saw out their very own window wasn't real. Truly incredible when you think about it. Like, seriously, Brendan, you don't realize how fucking dumb you sound when you say that you moved your family halfway across the country for a 9-year-old boy to play baseball. What are we doing here? Oh, that's right. He's an outlier, B. Now, if I were Bappa, thank God I'm not, I just admit I was never funny and quit because of self-awareness. The jackass lies to the world about everything. And I love that Brendan failed as a stand-up comedian in maybe the easiest era of comedy for his brand of I know Joe Rogan shitty and lazy humor. I hope Schaub does try to come back just as the pendulum starts to swing away from these dweebs and he fails even harder. You know, every single day I'm learning something new about the United States of America. I guess there's no baseball in the state of California. Good to know. Yup, I'm striking it out from the list of places I want to visit and live in. And apparently Calabasas, California, you know, Jesus of suburbia, also very unsafe. The more you know. Here's a little factoid. 20 high school kids from California were selected in the MLB draft in 2025, and only just 4 from Texas. But hey, Bappa's a numbers guy, so it tracks. Mr. Mexican, when are you coming back to comedy? Please do tell.
When you coming back? That's the question.
I can't see myself doing
Never?
that. No, I can't.
Really?
Me neither.
No.
I actually don't miss LA. I mean, I did.
I didn't say
miss
when
it.
he's come back.
No,
To
he said
LA. I
he's
said when he's
gonna-
come back
yeah.
to comedy.
Oh,
Brian's like, me neither, ever. I'm like, you quit
Yeah, I was like,
too?
wait, you quit comedy?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, hold on, what happened with
I
you?
quit today, guys.
Yeah.
I quit today.
That's on
I
there.
put
Well, you know
it
that
down
whole
on
Craig
it.
Robinson thing. He said he quit comedy and it went viral. He was like on all the like tabloids. That's not real.
You know, I got to be real honest here. I still consider the Gringo Papi the high watermark of PF Chang's. It's the perfect culmination of the Rogan sphere and how talentless they all are. Think about it. The Gringo Papi, it's 26 minutes long with a cardboard background, released on YouTube. And he paid for his own billboard on Sunset Boulevard. By the way, the billboard faced the wrong way on a one-way street too. Yeah, I know, classic Bappa, right? And how could anybody that lives in the Bappa-verse not forget about when Brendan was crying during the surprise victory lap congratulations video from all of his friends that he undoubtedly asked his producers to curate? That's not the point though. That moment was the funniest thing I've ever witnessed.
Brendan Schaub, it's your boyfriend, Jeff Dye. Very proud of you, buddy. 2 specials. I've got 0. You already have 2. That just shows that you're a better worker and you're funnier and you're better and stronger and you can beat people up and more handsome. Well, actually, I'll take handsome. But anyways, I'm proud of you. I love you, brother. Go crush it. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited to watch it. Hopefully I'll watch it with you. Good work.
What's up, Big B? Damn, I got dandruff? Dang, boy. That shit is big too, huh? Looks like my dandruff has been doing coke, boy. What's up, player? I'm at my grandmother's house right now, but just chilling, man. About to grill up some oysters, actually. Just wanted to say what's up. Oh, wanted to say this, man. Congratulations on the special, baby. Way to get it done, baby. Gang, gang, love, love.
What's up, Sting? I'm proud of you. It's your second special, and it's going to do great things for you. I know a lot of people will see it. You've been working really hard. You should be really proud of yourself. I'm going to keep this short because I know a lot of guys are saying congratulations, but congratulations. And also congratulations to the podcast. It's everywhere you get podcasts. Proud of you, bro.
from the whole Mark Harley drama, from addies to baddies. You can't forget Tiger Thick. Oh, and the comedian killer Randy Feltface. These different eras of the Boppa-verse were amazing. But the most amazing part is it continues to this day. So the question, when are you coming back to comedy, B? Brendan Schaub claims never. What do you mean? Just like you said you would never move to Austin, Texas, but there you are. Oh, and remember when Brendan was mad that people were saying that he quit comedy? Yup, that's right. Just another completely forgotten narrative by Boppa. We all know he will put the mask back on when it's time to wear it. Don't forget, he never canceled the show, Bubba. He always got that daddy's number. Here's the truth. Right now, Schaub has to say he doesn't want anything to do with comedy just to save face, so when people ask him why he's not at the comedy mothership, he's got an out. This dude is so fucking transparent. Boppa saying, I never left. Bro, you never arrived. By the way, thoughts and prayers to whatever remaining part of Bryan Callen's comic brain wanted to say, you have to have been there before to come back to it. You can see Rinks trying to suppress it. Old Rapey Pest was sort of conversationally funny a decade ago. Recently, not so much. And now they're sitting with Jeff, the DUI comb-over guy. Die. I just had to throw that in there. But check this out. If Joe Rogan invited Boppa on stage at the comedy mothership, Brendan would instantly accept. And may the comeback of Bean Cheese commence. The real question is not when are you coming back to comedy, Boppa? The real question is, can a person come back to something they never really did? For example, I think I'm going to get back with Sydney Sweeney because she deserves another chance with me. Scratch that. How about I just got back together with Rihanna? Greatest decision of my life. Oh, and by the way, I had to break up with her because she was so intimidated by my massive schlong. Are you jealous, Conor? Conor McGregor. And she was jealous of my enormous bank account. So see you next Tuesday, Rihanna. I'm a straight shooter and I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie. Gringo Papi is a highly underrated special. Said nobody ever. So Boppa never left comedy. Very similar to Boppa never left the Buffalo Bills either. Two lessons to be learned here. Lesson number one, never, I mean never call what Brendan Schaub did comedy. Lesson number two, flip-flops on men should never be a thing. I don't even want to see Bryan Callen, and I most certainly do not want to look at his feet. Brendan Schaub's ghostwriters are gone. Do you think he's going to write any jokes? Watch enough of the podcast from The Fighter and the Kid to realize this imbecile can't form a sentence, let alone write a joke. The truth of the matter is, why can't Schaub just say, look, I'm not good enough to be in comedy, never was in the first place, and I'm not good. I tried it and I suck. Who are we kidding here? That's never happening. I truly think that Schaub has genuine PTSD from his comedy career. We know that the crowds would have been so dead towards the end. Literally like a dozen people would show up at some Chuck E. Cheese around the corner that's ready to close down. Like everything Boppa's done in life, he only ever done it for the money. And now that there's none, he doesn't have any interest in pursuing his childhood dream. But if you think about it, let's be fair. Brendan Schaub's got plenty of comedic material to bring back, such as marrying a Mexican, a great length conversation about flaming hot Cheetos with the side of cookies with salsa on top. Taquitos. Dicey. Throw that in there a few times. More Mr. Schaub stories with the worst pain of your life. All the classics, man. It's like bringing back Andrew Dice Clay. Who's got the thinnest skin? That, of course, would be Brendan Schaub. Boppa always had thin skin and couldn't handle the joke ever. Never. Let him explain it to you.
But it's all like any insecurity, any like whatever, where you go, oh man, like I've heard you trash the store before. It's like, yeah, I'm a little boy that has not been included. I just wanted to be there.
But and even with the comics that are talking shit, they've all taken their shots at me. When I see them in person, they're all like, yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone, all of them are not that. Obviously, physically, I can threaten them. I've never done that in my life. All of them are super cool.
Yeah.
You name it. Name me when you see on the internet. When I see them in person, like, yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't remember. I think what happened to comedy is also politics got into the clubs, and that never was the case when I was coming up. There wasn't. We weren't thinking about. We were just thinking about trying to be funny.
Right.
And now you've got these teams, like this. Like they tried the woke brigade tried to break into comedy. Problem is they're not funny.
Yeah.
They're humorless.
But I think that was their opportunity. Like whether they're on the left or right, that was their opportunity to get rid of whatever side these good comics are on. It was their opportunity to get rid of them or make sure that they had their shot.
Yeah.
Women ruined it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I mean,
I'll take the bullet here. Listen. In Hollywood, before any of us were in show business, the big problem was that men ran everything, right? So they go, that's the problem with Hollywood. It's a bunch of men making decisions.
Business
and it probably
booming.
was.
Business was booming.
It probably
Business was a booming.
A bunch of guys objectifying women and then giving their buddies the roles, right? Probably. I don't know. I wasn't around.
I was around, and that is exactly what it was, yeah.
Well, now the answer to that problem would probably be like, put some women in power position, mix it up. They don't ask me if I agree.
It's an insecurity. It's like you just.
But at the end of the day, if you're running the comedy store, you don't get it twisted. It happens to be a bar that puts comics up. Like they have to sell tickets.
Thanks.
So then they go, shit, this woke stuff's not working. And I know we have they, them on the lineup, but they were not selling tickets.
Yeah, that's the difference.
And then 2 years goes by and they're like, man, we're in the negative.
Right.
What's the difference?
Is that what happened?
Yeah. And
I don't know. But yeah,
they go, what are we going to do? And then someone goes, hey, remember like 5 years ago when we just booked the best comics?
Yeah,
male,
where
female.
funny was the only
like
thing that
white,
mattered?
black, Korean. Remember, we didn't care.
What people don't
We're
realize
actually
about
making the most money we've ever made.
That's what I will say about
yeah,
Rose.
let's go back to that.
For a guy who doesn't want to threaten or fight anyone, Brendan sure does talk a lot about threatening to fight people. Threatening of fisticuffs? Pull the fuck up. What is he gonna do? Volume punch me? By the way, I noticed this. Brendan, that lisp is so strong these days. Sorry, I just had to mention that. Never forget, Bapa's a good guy, man. Bapa is in the business of likability. You know, just imagine having to talk about the fact that everyone in your chosen profession makes fun of you because of how bad you are at said profession. You're probably asking, fighting or comedy? Yes, and yes. Oh, and you could throw in podcasting as well. All of them be. So in this fantasy situation of Brendan's, is he seeking out people who have taken shots at him online and they've then decided to apologize and tell them they're actually huge fans? Or are these all chance meetings where he bumps into them on the street and they present him with a gift such as a cowboy hat? Either way, he's really tall and strong and can lift heavy things cause he's such a badass. All his fans are cool cops and army guys. Oh, and he's handsome and smart. Adonis. I was thinking really hard about this, but every time one of these MMA dipsticks says something about physically being able to dominate or threaten someone, I just remember the scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark, the sword and the gun. Oh, and did Jeff Dye not get the memo on the new dress code? Apparently not. And yes, of course, Brendan's the hero in his own story, sticking up for the little people and standing up against the bully. It's not that he's a thin-skinned, sensitive little bitch or anything, or that he's the bully who can't handle being made fun of without immediately resorting to violence, as long as they're much smaller than him. And remember this, Brendan Schaub and his friend Tim Kennedy never lose their cool. Oh, no. They're always level-headed, always in control of their environment. So thank them. And finally, let's get to the FBI insider bullshit friend that Brendan has, who ghosted him after trying to retrieve information about Diddy. Here it is.
Well, so what's weird too is like, you know, I had a buddy who was close to all that stuff when they raided his house in LA. And he was like, dude, the stuff we found, I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
What happened to all that shit?
But I know a gal.
Remember that?
I
I know
remember
someone who was at all the Diddy parties.
Sir. And it was like, we were like, damn.
I've been texting like, what's up, dude? What happened to that stuff? Doesn't get back to me.
But I know someone that was at all the Diddy parties and she said she didn't see shit.
Just big dick.
She was always there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, it's like, maybe it's real, maybe it's not. I don't know. But I just always thought it'd be more salacious.
You know what I noticed? Well, let me say this. I've been around drinkers for a long time. And Jeff Dye, the guy with the comb over, is clearly slurring his words ever so subtly, like a true functioning alcoholic thinking he's holding it together and no one notices. Thus, he's called Jeff DUI for a reason. It's probably the first thing everybody noticed. Yes, that's right. Jeff, the DUI guy, with his good old 9 a.m. DUI, crashed his car, fled the scene, still made made it to his coffee date with his ex, where he was later arrested. Then he questioned his date's character for outing his DUI story. I know, another great guy. Never met him. Yeah, that's right, he's sober. But he's totally lying. Dude has been lying about his sobriety from day one. Kinda sad, just like his comb over. But that's showbiz, baby. One of these 250 comedians who needs a few drinks before he goes on stage or on a shitty podcast to calm his nerves. Jeff DUI comb over guy die has a lot of saliva. He's always slurping it back. I guess that's the tiger thick lighting him up. Oh, but come on, let's address the main thing. There is zero chance Bappa is friends with an FBI or insider. Like, stop it. Where the fuck would that redact meet an FBI insider? At the local Asian rub and tug? Brendan Schaub does this all the time when there's headlines. Like, remember when there was a serial killer running around LA and he claimed to have a buddy that was working on the investigation? Schaub only has so many moves in his playbook, and it's blatantly obvious if you've been paying attention long enough that he's full of shit. Oh, here's a good one. And I know a lot of people remember when some NFL player got injured, Aaron Rodgers, and he conveniently had a friend who was an athletic trainer with the team who gave Bappa the inside scoop on the injury. By the way, this so-called friend we've never heard about before or since. Rest in peace. And look, if you wanted to know the only secret information Brendan Schaub knows is Joseph Rogan location, and at all times. You know, so he can stalk him. Talking about the big brown in your town, B. Anyhow, I think we already shot the shit a little too much today. Hopefully you had fun, but I want to know what y'all think, so do me a favor and sound off in the comments section down below. There are so many other clips to go over in this episode and many others, but I think you get the point. Also, if you would be kind enough to hit the like button on this video, maybe share it out to somebody or someone that may like it or enjoy it. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I appreciate that. Otherwise, I'm going to see all of you in the next video.
Like, but the Balenciaga one, Jesus Christ.